Morning. We just parked up in a lay-by just past Loch Restil, past the Rest and Be Thankful on the A83, where today we're gonna do an out and back up to Beinn and Lochain. One of my favourite Corbetts in the area, probably one of the highest at 901 metres. It's up there with the big Corbetts of Scotland. It's a fantastic hill. I've only ever been up it once, but I had no views. It's a straight up and down. Believe it or not, that 901 metres we're gonna make in 3.5 miles. That's up and down, so it's steep. You should be able to see the car just down there. Once leaving the car, climb over the barrier, drop down to the burn where we found some stepping stones, cross the burn and you'll find this very boggy wet path leads you up to the bottom of the ridge here, just by the end of the tree line. And here's our gateway through these two big boulders. So here we go. Steep from the very start. We're now at the bottom of that ridge. Where we're going to be looking for a path up it. And there's the rock star. He'll find us our way up here. Come on, lad. Look at that view behind me already. We're only 10 minutes from the car. Across the A83 there we got Beinn and Fiddler, Stob Corrie Creag. I was up there 2 years ago I think now. I've got a video on YouTube, and straight in front of us a clear view of the ridge we're going up. Wind's very gusty today, keeps blowing in and out. 1 minute there's nothing, next minute it's blown in. The clag's drifting in and out, so I'm hoping for a clear day. If not, it'll be like last time I was here and I'll have to come back again. There's a couple of sections I've had to help Billy out with that harness. So if you've got a big dog and you can't help him, can't lift him, you maybe want to leave him at home for this one. There's Loch Restil below us. At the other end of Loch Restil you've got the Rest and Be Thankful and the road that takes you back to Arrochar. It's a completely different walk to the one we had on the cobble yesterday, where we had that long walk on and the long walk off. That's Ben Lubin, the cobbler's behind there, you can't see it, and I think that's Ben him, the Munro in the clag. We've just came onto an exposed part of the hill and it is wild as hell on this side. I think the only thing today that's going to keep the wind off us is the mountain itself. As we start to go back round this side, we're sheltered from it, thankfully. He's not bothered about the wind. His low sense of gravity keeps him safe, stops him blowing off his feet. But saying that, he's absolutely terrified of the wind when he's indoors, and the rain on the windows. Really doesn't like it. We slept in the car last night at rest and be thankful, and it got quite windy through the night and he wasn't happy. He got me up a couple of times. It's funny because when he's out on the hill, he's in his element in any weather. We're over halfway up the hill now, but we've still got some big ascent to do. We've got to get up that big grassy ridge in front of us. There's a lot of exposure on the other side of that ridge as there's a big ravine and some vertical cliffs. Look at that. Looks a bit daunting, but the path does zigzag all the way up the grass and it's very well worn. Here's one gully here just to the left of me that you wouldn't want to end up in. I just met a lovely couple from Scotland. Sorry I didn't get the names, but they said they were going to have a look at our YouTube channel. Lovely meeting you guys, and if you do catch up with the channel, thanks very much for watching. When we get past this first big green ridge, we're going to get onto a lot more rock and a bit more exposure. That's what we've just came up. And there's the summit up there. It's clagged out, but it does keep drifting in and out, so hopefully when we get up there we will get at least one short glimpse of a view. We've got a nice section of reasonably flat ridge before we get back into the steep stuff again. This is the Arrochar Alps Baccaliative Moor. This is the perfect mountain. Just look at this. Wow. close to the summit now. That little ridge I just crossed was very exposed. A lot of wind blowing across it. Beinn and Lochain summit, 901.7 metres. It's a Corbett, a Madeline and a deleted Munro. Beinn and Lochain has two summits. We'll have a wander over to the second one because there's not much difference in height between the two. We've got to drop back down and then back up. There's the remains of an old cairn on this one as well. Is this not the perfect Scottish mountain? Look at that! Wow! Crazy wild up here! Brief glimpse from the summit just as we approached it, and then the cloud came in thick. We've sat about for about half an hour, but I don't think it's going to shift. It probably will, but I really don't know how long it's going to take before it shifts. So we're going to head back down the same way we came up. I'll keep filming because the view's always different on the way down. It's even windier on the way down. That typical Scottish weather's definitely coming in by the looks of it. It's getting worse and worse all the time. A little bit of drizzle in the air now. We were promised an Indian summer beginning of September. Started off well yesterday, end of August the 31st. We were on the cobbler, glorious sunshine, red hot. And look at today. They said the same about today last week, but it's gone downhill. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It wasn't a long walk, in total 3.5 miles. Very steep, bit of a scent involved and a bit of exposure. So yeah, thank you from me. And thank you from our lad the Rockstar, who's keen to get down. Just north of Restil, be thankful, and past Loch Restil, we parked in a lay-by off the A83 at the bottom of Beinn and Lochain. We crossed the burn and steeply started to ascend the rocky crags of Beinn and Lochain, eventually reaching the summit. Today's walk was an out and back, so we retraced our steps back to the car.